What's good, y'all, and welcome back to another hero showcase. In this one we have XARIS, or as I like to call him, Beelzebub. But jokes aside, this is XARIS. He's not the same. Beelzebub might have 4 hands, but he's obviously purple. And XARIS is obviously green. Huh? It's that simple. So, XARIS the Soul Flayer. Alright. Just as a quick thought, it does look like he killed Kitava out of Path of Exile, but
our research begins.
Yeah, let's get straight into the kit. We'll be starting it off with base stats. So, XARIS, he has normal mage range. Okay. Nothing too special, normal rage range. 4000 attack, which if we compare it to Boreas is around 600 lower. Let's see, do we have a Comet? Let's see, how does he compare against a Comet? Against the Comet also around 600 lower, so his attack is definitely, at least base-wise, on the bit lower side. Next off, obviously, for 10,000 HP, which is whatever, 700 defense, and then high magic res, as other mages also have at 2,600. The cost at 12 is pretty low. Block at 1, he cannot block because he's a platform unit. Redeployment 60 seconds, attack interval of 4. That seems very unique and also very long. 14 rage regen auto, 10 on attack, 6 on getting attacked. Okay, so far so good. What are you all about, my man? Talent. Summons 3 Souls of the Damned when first deployed. Souls of the Damned inherit 100% of the master's attributes and assist the master in attacking enemies in range. Each attack deals 80% AoE damage to up to 5 enemies, so 240% AoE damage to up to 5 enemies for 30 seconds. Okay, so he's a summoner. Interesting. Magic attack. When there are no Souls of the Damned on the field, so none of his talent, he restores 10 rage per second. Okay. And that in his basic attack. When there are Souls of the Damned on the field, the hero's basic attack will launch Coercion. Coercion. He attacks 1 Soul of the Damned every 4 seconds, increasing their damage by 40% for 5 seconds, yet reducing their time of existence by 5? What? Okay, so attack speed doesn't seem to work on him, so he attacks the souls he summons, torturing them into dealing more damage while also reducing their time of existence. Crazy. Tormented Spirit. When summoned, Souls of the Damned enhance their next 3 attacks to deal 220% damage rather than 80%. Okay. And they also inflict a slow equal to 25%. Not bad. Purgatory. After a Soul of the Damned disappears, the existence of the remaining Souls of the Damned will be extended by 2 seconds. So if you have 3 souls, they are there for an existing... without getting attacked, right? Without getting attacked. The 3 souls will be there for a total combined duration of 90 seconds. And then one of them disappears because they got attacked by him. Then the other one gets 2 seconds longer. Okay, interesting. Enslave. Summons 4 Souls of the Damned and reduces the summoned number by 1 with each cast, and the minimum number is 1. So his first ultimate is 4, his second ultimate is 3, his third ultimate is 2, and from his 4th ultimate onwards he only summons 1 Soul of the Damned, but he has a 600 rage cost and only a super small 2.2 second duration. Interesting, so he mainly deals damage just through his summons. He is a raw summoner doing summon stuff. Okay. Okay. Awakenings. Summons 2 extra Souls of the Damned when first deployed, so he summons 5 instead of 3. Decent A1, but doesn't seem too strong. 300 base attack, putting him up to 4,300. Oh yeah, and realistically, if you look at it, he summons 3 swords that are equal to his stats, meaning technically he has 12,000 base attack, which is interesting to think about. Alright, the A3, it enhances the basic attack. When there are no swords of damned on the field, each time the hero restores rage, there's a 5% chance to instantly gain full rage with a cooldown of 30 seconds. Okay, that sounds very interesting, but also a very low chance at only 5%. A4, penetration 8%. A5, increases the effect duration of coercion on Souls of the Damned by 5 seconds, meaning he increases... Okay, so he steals 5 seconds of existence from them, but increases their damage dealt for 10 seconds. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. As usual, let's look at his design. Let's zoom in, check him out. So, overall, I think he looks absolutely stunning. Like, I really like his design. He kind of has like a cross sword with like a bell around his head. He has this like veil above his face. For whatever reason, he has 4 hands, right? 2 of them being trapped, 2 right there. I really like his staff. This whole green aura he's got going on is... I like it very much. He's probably, from the heroes we've reviewed, my number 2. Or even out of all the 8 heroes, he's probably my number 2 favorite. Right behind Kigiri. So... yeah, he looks very, very cool. Alright, before I forget about it, let's rate his voice.
But I shall find you in the deep dark!
It's a bit too high-pitched for my liking. I think I would find it better if it was deeper. But it's not bad, and it does speak of the voice actor at least putting in some effort, some love. Alright, so basically I've just finished filming this snippet showing his abilities, and oh man, he looks so cool! Like that giant green summoning circle around him, the souls, the red effect when he coerces them, the attacks that are like these big explosions happening at the same time. Like, I really, really like him. But still, he's only continuing to be my number 2 because Kigiri, like, he's a samurai, he's a limited unit, he's a fucking demon samurai. So yeah, but overall, I just wanted to let you know how I feel about him and having seen his animations right now for the first time. Alright, so for our very first test, let's see if I was talking a bit of shit because I said attack speed doesn't make a difference for him. Let's find out if attack speed does make a difference for his summons. Let's see if attack speed does make a difference for his summons, which means we'll go in here, we'll check out his summons real quick, and yeah, we'll then figure out the rest. So he has his summons. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wait, let's make that a bit better. We look at the middle one. Bottom left one. Let's look at the bottom left one and count how many times he attacks, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Basically once per second. You could say he did attack once per second. Does that fit with his attack speed interval? It still says 4. Interesting. Let's pick normal XARIS. Without any gear, so 0 attack speed. put them in. We again look for the bottom one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, pretty much, even though it doesn't state it, his attack interval doesn't change, but attack speed changes the attack interval of his summons. Good to know, and I wasn't that stupid because it's not really obvious in the game. Woo! Once every millennia you stumble upon a quest so difficult, nobody believes you'll be able to do it. So, can our new hero XARIS and our other new addition Beelzebub, can they actually carry Kria through 121 of Gear Rate 1? Can XARIS and Beelzebub or Beelzebub team up together and make Kria useful? Is that something real? So that is what we want to find out. So this is our curse team. We'll also introduce Aeon because Abizu, we wouldn't need her, we wouldn't place her down. So this is our curse team with triple summoner curse units. And then obviously Mary for the freeze. Elwyn for some extra rage regen. Laurel for some rage regen. It feels so weird trying a stage and not thinking about putting in a Dolores. Just, I don't know, it kind of feels off, you know? It feels off. But yeah, Volker for some reduced rage regen. And then I guess Volker basically so that we can put in Laurel more often. And then lastly, let's go with Oleg to tank. Alright, let me do my gearing and we go straight into this. Alright, so I haven't tried this before. We go into this blind. And depending on how much we crush this, you can calculate less or more gear requirements at the end of this video where you see the full gearing. So, okay, let's go. Let's get this going. So I think my plan is for us to place down XARIS rather late, because we would just uselessly get his summons out of the way. So we'll start off with Beelzebub, bring in, or Beelzebub, however you want to call him, Beelzebub. But yeah, we go in with XARIS, we go in with Kria, we bring in Hollow. Alright, so right now Kria's Invigoration. We bring in XARIS. Alright. And then right here we can already activate Beelzebub's ultimate, Kria's ultimate, XARIS's ultimate. See, it would be a bit overkill because he just summons more units. So we're not going to do that yet. We bring in Laurel to increase the rage regen. Kria's ultimate once more. Bring in Elwyn on the side. Alright. I think this is about the time where we summon another wave of units. Bring in that sweet Mary. Alright, let the enemies close in. Okay. Ooh, Hollow having trouble in Paradise. Definitely my fault there. I should have triggered Hollow's ultimate. Bit too tactical on the ult triggering. Alright, I think we made it back to a similar point. Here we can ult again. We bring in Volker for the last invigoration set. That's one. Where did Volker's invigoration go? Ah, whatever. We'll be fine, for sure. Look at all these slows, holy shit. And also, you see this kind of like red glow of the buffed summons too? Man, okay, so we bring in Laurel. We wait everything out to then freeze them. Look how long they take to get to the wall, holy shit. So we go all out, activate all ultimates. To then remove Laurel. Look at that destruction. Choo! And we don't even have Kriya A1. And you see these links between like the putrid flies and the summons? It's so interesting. Like you can really see exactly how he does that attack speed increase. But holy, like that last wave just got demolished. Incredible. Ah, fuck. Same mistake. I need to keep in mind that if we only heal with the holo, we are definitely going to struggle when it comes to surviving these waves there. Yeah, I mean it's even the most obvious one. Like it's the wave that is like, okay, now technically this one is the most obvious one, but yeah. Here we go with Eloin's ult, with the freeze, holo, bring in XARIS again, and now try to activate everything. We lost our DPS booster. Everything's going, no, everything's going wrong. Alright, I shall be back at the exact same point once more. Alright, here we are for the last phase, and the main goal really is kill these AoE ones that do like that whole bunch of AoE damage, trying to get rid of them early. And also we'll be using Eloin's Woodave just to ensure everything is going to stay alive. And one of the main reasons it did surprise me a bit is because you might not really consider it, but at the end of the day, Eloin still, not Eloin, Dolores still heals, right? It might not be the most obvious of things, but she does, at the end of the day, provide healing. We lost Mary there. We lost another one. So maybe we'll have to come with some more sources of healing. Maybe we can still get this around. If we can still turn this around, then future is looking very, very bright for the viability of this team comp right here. But yeah, it's obviously also a bit unlucky for like XARIS testing purposes and seeing how much damage he does. Him dying like halfway through. So yeah, not the most optimal, not the most optimal by any means. So the wall health is down. The wall is down to half health. Kriya is again doing I guess Kriya things. We also do kind of reinvigorate XARIS by having him summon like his whole on deployment unit, so it kind of like resets his summon counter, you could say. But yeah, there we go. And I think it never said anything about a max limit of summons anywhere, right? Did it? I don't know. Did it say anything about a max limit of Souls of the Damned you could have? Probably not, especially because the A1 gives like some gives like 2 extra summons still. Here we go once more with the freeze. Bring them in again. Now at this point, if you're listening to what I'm saying, try to guess the damage order, right? Like XARIS doesn't have Beelzebub doesn't have the best one, but he has an Infernal Raw set. So who is going to be who, right? Is XARIS going to be better than Kriya? Is Kriya going to lose against our inspiration provider? Those are the important questions here. And also, can we actually do this before the wall breaks? Like, I would say this team is very, very solid. You've seen it. We did do just a couple misplays because I'm unused to the absence of Dolores and her near permanent slide heals. They aren't the greatest, but they still exist. So, damage sheet. Let's have a look. How does he compare? Or how do they compare, like, between each other? Okay. So XARIS top 1 would be even better if he had would have been even better if he had a if he had the whole time on the field. Kriya at 97 million, and then obviously Beelzebub at 15 million down below there, because he's not really built for damage. So as a last thing, before we get to our general conclusion, it's time we have a look at at the gear use, right? So yeah, at least kind of get an idea of how ridiculous we went. Keep in mind, we did go super ridiculous, and you've seen how many mistakes we made. So no gear on Aeon. Beelzebub came in with the so basically we have attack speed, rage regen, and attack speed, rage regen, and attack speed, and attack speed, attack, and attack speed, attack, and attack bonus, attack speed. So that's how you get 339 attack speed, which should give him a better uptime on his ultimate, especially considering he has like this rage regen stuff on his basic attack. And he had like some half decent stats, but obviously nothing that is like super crucial for Gear Dungeon 1. So Gear Raid 1, so surprisingly enough, he still did all that damage. So Tear of Twilight at 25. Kriya 200% attack, 200 attack speed, 220% crit damage with a Tear of Twilight at A0. XARIS with probably the most disgusting set you've ever seen, which is around 250% attack, 250 attack speed, 100% crit rate, 230% crit damage, and 23% rage regen, done by having perfect subset, disgusting weapon, disgusting armor, and also a Tear of Twilight. But overall, he could get away with way lower, especially if you would replace Kriya with like a anti-heal unit like Lucia. It wouldn't even be the same fight. Now, Hollow was Inspiration set, high attack speed, high rage regen. Mary Morale set with high attack speed, some high rage regen, and a Tome of Horror, which should have been the artifact that gives more rage. Elwyn, 200% attack, no artifact, broken set, nothing really too crucial. That's why it didn't work. Half a inspiration set on Laurel, inspiration set on Volker, and Oleg didn't even get to use, but he would have used a Unshaken Will. Alright, so overall, at least at A0, he might not do the craziest amounts of damage. I think his awakening, basically if I had to give it like a percentage, his base kit has 90% of the power, and the awakenings add an additional 10% on top of it. Okay, let's say like 85-15. 85-15 would be what the awakenings bring. I really like his design. I like the sound effects. I like the visuals. His voice is a bit meh, but overall he seems to be a very strong hero. And because his banner already was kind of teased with a hex, if we do get him more recently, you will see him in every single piece of content with different sets, and also compared against every other mage. But this has been XARIS for you. As usual, I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, a comment, subscribing. This has been it, and we see each other in the next one. Peace.